Aren't you done yet? So what's the word? Come on! Hurry up and tell me what's going on. The hospital's gotta be closed by now. Why wouldn't you answer me?
Sorry, I just got out of my appointment. Same as last time. I'm still not pregnant.
I knew it. We've been married for 2 years now, and you still haven't been able to get pregnant. Why would anything change now, after all? You really can't do anything right, you know that?
I can't do anything right? Nothing at all?
Yeah, you heard me. I mean, just look at how you still haven't been able to get pregnant. You're supposed to be a stay-at-home housewife, but you can't even give me one kid. What are you even doing all day around the house by yourself? You're not doing a good job as a wife. You should count your blessings that I've been able to give you that life as a housewife. And yet you don't seem very grateful to me for all that I do for you.
But this is what you wanted. Don't you remember? Back before we got married, you told me about how both of your parents worked and were never around the house. So you told me you wanted me to stay at home and be a housewife after we got married. Do you not remember telling me that sob story, Mike? About how lonely it was without your parents around?
Ultimately, you're the one who agreed to become a housewife, though, right?
Look, once we had been married for a while and gotten all settled in, I talked to you about this. I told you I thought maybe I'd like to go get a part-time job during the day while you're at work. You're the one who told me you didn't want me to do that. Have you forgotten?
You know who my dad is, right? He's the CEO of his own company. Meaning I'm gonna be the next CEO whenever he retires. You understand that, right? How would it look if the future CEO's wife was out working some part-time job? People might think the company's in trouble. You've got more important things to take care of anyway. If you don't hurry up and get pregnant, I'm gonna be through with you.
Oh, is that so? What, you're just going to throw me out if I don't give you a child? What are you talking about? Is that all I'm good for to you? I'm supposed to be some baby-making factory?
That's your main job, yeah. Didn't you know that? I thought it was obvious. I've been nice enough to provide everything for you so you can just lay around the house all day. And you repay me by neglecting your duties as a wife. You're supposed to give me an heir so we can keep this company in the family.
Well, then why don't you come to the doctor with me to get checked out?
Why would I need to go get checked out? How is this my fault?
It very well could be. We should both see the doctor to figure out why we're struggling to have kids. You keep making me go get checked out over and over again. And I've done it! No matter how many tests they run, the doctors keep telling me there's nothing wrong with me. So why do you think it is that I still haven't gotten pregnant, huh? If there's nothing wrong with me, what do you think that means? Have you ever considered that it might not be my fault at all?
Don't make me laugh. Are you really trying to say you think it's my fault you can't get pregnant? What a ridiculous thing to think. It has to be your fault. There's nothing wrong with me. And if you need proof, you're the one who's still not pregnant, right? What more do you need? I'm a man, so I can't get pregnant in the first place. That's normal for me, but it's weird that you can't get pregnant.
You know, there are all kinds of reasons people struggle to have kids, right? There are plenty of cases where there's nothing wrong with the mother's body at all, you know.
That's impossible. Don't try to feed me that nonsense. Even if that does happen to some guys, that's absolutely not the case with me. Of everyone else in my family, I'm the only one who hasn't had any kids yet. There's no way there's anything wrong with me. Even my little brother already has a kid. That's not supposed to happen. It's not my fault that we're the only ones without kids. My family has never had a problem like that before.
Then why don't you go and prove it to me? What are you afraid of? Look, either you wait for it to happen naturally, like we have been doing, or you can go to the doctor and get checked out. But you refuse to do that. What do you want me to do since you won't do anything at all?
I keep telling you, no matter how you look at it, You have to be the reason we can't have kids. And here I am working every day to make sure you can have every little thing you've ever wanted in life. The least you could do to repay me is fulfilling your duty as a wife to give me at least one kid. It's a complete dereliction of duty what you're doing. You know that.
What, am I in the army or something all of a sudden?
I'm giving you 6 more months, all right? Then I'll do what I have to do.
Oh yeah? And what's that, huh?
I can see a divorce in the not-too-distant future.
Oh my god. You're really thinking about divorcing me?
Yeah, if we get a divorce, you'd be in big trouble, wouldn't you? How would you make ends meet without me around to take care of you? There's no way a spoiled housewife like you would ever be able to go out and work for a living. The only thing you're good for in life is taking care of the nice, comfortable home I put you up in. And you can barely even do that. All I'm asking you to do is give me an heir to the family fortune. Is that too much to ask?
So you only married me because you wanted a housekeeper? Is that what you're telling me? And to have kids for you. That's all. Are you really saying this to me, Mark? Are you listening to me? Mark? Don't just ignore me like this. Answer me! Hey! It's been too long since we've talked. How have you been, Courtney? Oh, hey, Lauren. It's so good to hear from you. I've been doing pretty good, I guess. That doesn't sound too convincing. Come on now, tell me what's really going on. Well, it's just that I've been feeling kind of sick lately. Not even sick, really. I'm just exhausted all the time for some reason. Oh my god, are you okay? Have you seen the doctor about it? I think it might just be that the weather's changing, you know? It's pretty easy to catch a little cold or something this time of year. But it's not like I'm dying or anything. I'm still up and about. Anyway, what's up with you? I wasn't expecting to hear from you today. I actually have something I need to tell you. Oh yeah? Good news, I hope. It is! I'm getting married! Oh, wow. Really? Congratulations. I'm so happy for you. So are you marrying that guy you were seeing last time we talked? God, it's really been too long. How long have you guys been together now? Yeah, we're still together. That's the one. Remember how I told you he had started up his own business a couple years ago? Yeah, he's a lawyer, right? I remember you telling me that he had finally started up his own law firm after wanting to for a long time. Exactly. Well, his firm has been super successful. They've been able to pick up a ton of really important clients. So now that his business is running so smoothly and he finally has time to think about something other than work, he proposed to me. Oh my god, that's great. Sounds like you two are going to have a great life together. A couple years back, I remember you celebrating your 5th anniversary with him. So finally, after 7 years, he proposed to you, huh? It's actually been a little over 8 years now. I was beginning to think he was never going to pull the trigger. I mean, we've both been really focused on our careers, so it just kind of got put on the back burner for a really long time. We've been together so long at this point, I don't think getting married is really going to change things between us that much, if at all. So anyway, Courtney, I really want you to be part of the bridal party. Of course. I'd love to. Thank you so much for thinking of me. And you'll bring your husband with you, right? You mean Mark? Okay. Thank you for reminding me of his name. I was too embarrassed to ask. I'm not sure if he'll be able to make it. I'll definitely ask him, but I bet I'll end up coming by myself. Oh, that's too bad. Wait a minute, is something going on between you two? You know you can talk to me about anything, right? Why would you think anything's wrong? Back when we used to work together, you were always so full of life. But like, I don't know, you sound kind of bummed out right now. Is everything okay? I think it might just be because I'm not working anymore. I've gotten too used to living a slower-paced life now. Do you ever think you might want to start working again? You were so good at your job, after all. I know you really enjoyed it. Oh, I would love to come back and work with you again, Lauren. It was so much fun. It's not like I quit because I didn't like my job or anything. Of course, I would love to still be out in the world working. But I have so much to do around the house now since Mark's so busy with his job. I don't know if it'd be possible. I don't know, Courtney. If anyone could balance a career and her home life, I'd put my money on you. Sure. If I was just living on my own, it would be no problem. It's not like I haven't done it before. But the level of cleaning that my husband expects is really out of control. He thinks the place should look like it just had a professional cleaning service come through at all times. There's just no way I would have the time to keep everything up to his standards if I were still working. If I weren't at home all day getting things done around the house, it just wouldn't be possible. So, he expects you to just stay at home and take care of his every little need for him? Well, he's away a lot for work. He's been working really long hours, so he would have a hard time keeping up with the housework on his own. Are you really okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Trust me. I've told you before that I don't really mind doing housework, right? In fact, I really enjoy cooking. Well, yeah. I remember when you used to take all those cooking classes for fun. You could have been a chef, you know? Look, if you ever need anything from me, just let me know, okay? Thanks, Lauren. I appreciate that. But I really am fine. More importantly, when's your wedding? I'm so excited. 3 months from now. It's going to be on the second Saturday in April. Okay, I'll make sure to talk to Mark about it and let him know I'll be out that day, even if he can't come. I'll let you know when I figure out if it'll just be me or if he can make it too. Okay, thanks. I'll talk to you soon. And don't wear yourself out with all that housewife stuff, all right, Courtney? Thanks. I'll try not to.
I'm going out for drinks after work today, so you don't need to make me anything for dinner. I'll just get something while I'm out. I think we're going to a tapas place or something. Could you just make sure the shower is clean when I get home? I want to take a shower before I go to bed. Oh, and could you leave my pajamas out for me? Also, some of the guys want me to go play golf tomorrow, so I'll be out all day. Put my golf bag by the door for me, so I'll be ready to go in the morning.
Hey, Mark. Listen, I'm really sorry. I'm not feeling very well today. There's something I wanted to talk to you about, too. I hate to ask you this, but could you come straight home tonight after work?
What, are you nuts? Are you trying to shirk your responsibilities again? What good is it having a wife if she can't do anything for you? You're not the one out here working for a living. I am. The least you can do is take care of things around the house for me. It shouldn't be too much trouble to find my golf bag and put it by the door. I'm really not asking that much of you. Why can't you just do it? Is this really how you think an adult acts? Why don't you show your husband a little respect?
Geez, you don't have to go off on me like that.
Why shouldn't I? Everything I'm saying is true. You were complaining about not feeling well last Friday, too. It's pretty obvious you're just being lazy. Grown-ups don't make excuses like that all the time, you know. I let you sit around the house doing whatever you want all day, and this is how you repay me? Can't you at least take care of yourself so that you can do things like get my golf bag ready to go for me?
Look, that's exactly what I wanted to talk to you about. Can you please just come home as soon as you can?
I don't want to hear your excuses about how bad you feel. I'm tired of it. What are you trying to waste my time making me listen to your little sob story about how hard your life is? You know, I wish I had it as easy as you. Just laying around the house all day. You get to eat whenever you get hungry. If you're tired, you can just take a nap. And the rest of the time, you can sit around watching whatever trash TV you want. It's like every day is a day off for you. Don't you think I might like to live like that?
I spend all day cleaning up and doing whatever other chores you ask me to do. Before I know it, the day is over and I've barely had any time for myself. I never have a day off from being your wife, ever, you know?
And whose fault is it that you're alone all day? Why don't you have any kids to help out around the house? It's just the two of us living there. How hard could it be keeping the place clean? How can you try to tell me with a straight face that you're hard at work at home all day? You're not even very good at housework. I can always find things I wish you'd done better. With the way you do simple things like that, I can't imagine how you ever had a real job. You must have been terrible at it. There's just no way you'd last a day at my company.
I'd have no problem keeping up with a normal amount of housework. But you expect the impossible. It's not like I can do what a professional cleaning service can do every single day.
Both my parents were always really busy with work, you know that? But my dad has been a CEO for a long time, so we always had money. We actually did have a team of professional housekeepers taking care of everything every day. That's the environment I was raised in. So why would I expect anything different? I'm working my butt off day in and day out to provide for you. All I'm asking in return is that you do your job like a good housewife and keep the place looking nice. How hard is that?
Look, I wanted to tell you this in person, but it sounds like you're not going to come home tonight. So I'll just say it. I'm pregnant.
You're pregnant?
Yes, that's why I haven't been feeling well. This weariness I've been feeling is an early sign of pregnancy. Pretty soon here, my morning sickness might get really bad too. And once I get really big, it's going to be tough for me to get around the way I usually can. That's what I wanted to talk to you about today. Do you get it now?
Oh, so you're going to be that kind of pregnant lady, huh? I should have known.
What do you mean by that?
If you think just because you're pregnant, everybody should do everything for you, you've got another thing coming. You better not think that I'm going to go out of my way to do your chores for you.
Wait a minute. This can't be real. I just told you I'm pregnant and this is how you react? That's the first thing that comes to mind for you. What is wrong with you?
There's nothing wrong with me at all. Just like I told you. All you're telling me is that you're finally going to give me an heir. Well, it's about time.
I don't know if you even care at this point, but we're having twins.
Twins?
Yes, I'm pregnant with twins. The doctors say that having twins can make a pregnancy much more difficult than usual. Do you even care at all? It's not like I can control the way my body is feeling through all this. And this is only the beginning. I have no idea how bad it's going to get. I can tell you one thing I know for sure, though. Things are not going to be the way they have been around here.
Oh, come on now. How different is it really going to be? It's not like you were doing a great job being a housewife anyway. And now that you finally got pregnant with twins, you want me to be super extra considerate of you? Stop being so selfish. You're so spoiled. I can't believe I let you get like this.
Are you not happy that we're having kids? I thought this is what you wanted.
It shouldn't be that big of a deal. I have explained this many times before. It's your job to give me kids. Why should I be all excited just because you're finally living up to your end of the deal? The most important thing right now is that you get all my golf gear out and ready to go so I don't miss my tea time tomorrow morning. And polish my clubs while you're at it. Something tells me I'm going to have a good day on the course tomorrow. I want to make sure I look good doing it. All right, I've got to go. Don't you dare try to slack off while I'm out just because you're pregnant.
You can't be serious. I just told you I'm pregnant. Isn't there anything else you have to say to me? Anything you want to ask? Mark? Mark, you made it to the hospital, right?
Yeah, I just needed some fresh air, so I stepped outside. I've always hated hospitals ever since I was a kid.
Did you see the kids yet?
I'll see them soon enough. What's the big deal? So, when are you getting out of the hospital anyway? If you're thinking of making up some excuse for why you have to stay in there for like a week or something, don't even try it. You've already been away long enough as is since you checked in early due to complications with your pregnancy. Somebody has to do the housework, you know. Must be nice to take such a long break from all your responsibilities.
Well, since I gave birth a little earlier than my due date, they want to keep the kids and me here for a while to make sure we're all okay. The doctors haven't decided when it'll be safe for us to come home yet.
It's already been a whole week since they were born. How long do they need to monitor you for? I'm here to pick you up. Didn't you realize that's the only reason I came by? And this hospital's way out of my way. Why'd you make me drive all the way over here if you weren't ready to go? Do you know how much time I wasted driving all the way over here? I could have been out drinking with the guys from the office.
They had the best doctors here. And with all the complications I've had during my pregnancy, I thought this was the best place to go.
Oh, whatever. Yeah, sure, it was so complicated. You're back in your room now. You weren't in there when I came by, so I left something on top of your bed for you.
Are you talking about the divorce papers you left here? So this isn't a joke?
Yeah, that's it. Just sign it for me and I'll take care of the rest, alright?
But why exactly are you divorcing me right now?
What else am I supposed to do when you keep breaking your promises to me?
Breaking my promises? What on earth are you talking about?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Just because you gave birth, that doesn't mean you can let the house go the way you did. That is absolutely not allowed, and you know that. I still come first, not the kids. I thought you knew that. I will not allow you to let this house get any dirtier than it already is. And did you really think you could take all this time off from cooking for me? How dare you make me do any housework when you're supposed to be the stay-at-home mom in this relationship?
Have you lost your mind? I'm still in the hospital after just giving birth.
Go ahead and sign those papers for me. If you don't meet all my expectations when you and the kids get home, I'll go ahead and finalize the divorce. You're unemployed and have 2 small kids to care for. You really can't afford to get a divorce right now, can you?
No, it's fine. I'm happy to sign.
Wait, what? Did you just say you're happy to sign? Huh?
Yeah, you're talking about getting a divorce again, right? I'd love nothing more than to sign these papers for you. Thanks for bringing them by. I'm going to need you to sign right away, too, if that's all right with you. I mean, I can't get the divorce finalized until you do, after all.
Hang on. What has gotten into you? Do you hear what you're saying? You don't really want to get divorced, do you? What are you going to do without me? How will you make ends meet if we get divorced?
What are you talking about? I just told you I'm happy to get this over with. I'll be just fine without you. Why wouldn't I be?
You've been a housewife for almost 3 years now. You don't have any money. How would you possibly get by with no money and 2 babies to feed?
I should have known that you never had any intention of looking after these kids. Now I have no doubts left about divorcing you. Let's do this! Thanks for giving me the final nudge I needed.
Are you out of your mind? How will you survive?
I mean, I've been thinking about this for a long time now. Didn't you realize that? Why would I not be thinking about divorcing you? You've made my life miserable for so long now. You refused to do anything at all around the house, even while I was pregnant. And you obviously don't care about my feelings at all. I finally gave birth to twins, which you've been on my back about for years, and you haven't even come to visit us a whole week after they were born. Your parents came to see us right away, you know. But you couldn't be bothered to take the time to come see your own children.
Of course my parents went right away. They've been looking forward to having more grandkids for a while now.
And what about you? Haven't you been looking forward to finally having kids of your own?
Well, I mean...
You never really wanted kids, did you? I know what you really wanted. It's not that hard to figure out, you know. You knew your parents would love to have more grandkids, and you figured they'd give us a bunch of money to celebrate their birth, right?
How did you know that's what I was after?
It's the perfect excuse for you to ask for money. And it's been obvious how willing your parents are to give it to us. I know you've been telling them you need money for the delivery, or for clothes after the kids are born, or for diapers or baby food or whatever. You've used every excuse you can think of to squeeze as much money out of them as you can. Did you think I haven't noticed all that money they've been giving you? And you know what else they told me? That even before I was pregnant, they were giving you money that you said you needed for fertility treatments.
Oh my God. Why would they tell you all that?
Now that money I knew nothing about. I never saw one dime of it. And I certainly never used any of it, so where did it all go? You know what your parents told me when they came to visit me in the hospital? They said they were surprised at how expensive it was to have kids these days.
Oh my God. Please tell me you didn't tell my dad that you didn't get any of that money. Did you?
At first, I didn't know just how much you'd scammed them out of. So I just told them I didn't think it was too expensive. After all my time in the hospital and the delivery comes out to about $5,000 after insurance. They looked really confused when I told them that. So I asked them what was wrong, and they had told me the whole story. I couldn't believe you would lie to your own parents saying you needed money for your pregnant wife and then spend it all on yourself.
No, it's not like that. I was just saving all that money up for the kids. For their college funds. You have to tell my parents that's what it's for. You have to do that for me.
Why should I do that? I'm not going to lie to them for you. I know you were spending all that money on your girlfriend anyway.
What? What did you just say?
Your dad looked into it for me. He spent his own money on a private investigator. And guess what he found out? While I've been here in the hospital, you've gotten really sloppy. You even invited your girlfriend over to our house almost every night. Did you really think you wouldn't get caught?
He was spying on me.
And she's some young girl who works with you, right? And she's already married, too. How shameless can you both be to be cheating on your spouses with someone from your office like that? Your dad worked his whole life making that company into what it is today. And this is how you treat it? Like some kind of frat party? What were you thinking?
Let me get this straight. You said my dad hired a private investigator? So you're saying he knows all this too?
He sure does. He said he can't allow his employees to behave that way, especially when they're both married. He also said that there's no way he can let that slide. So he's thinking about firing you both. I'd imagine he'll be contacting you pretty soon.
This can't be happening.
Honestly, I think you'll be getting off easy if all he does is fire you.
Why? What else could he do?
I wouldn't be surprised if he disowns you, too.
He can't do that. I'm his firstborn son.
He said he's not worried about the future of the company since your little brother is there, too. He said he's probably the better choice for the job anyway. This is what you get when you treat your wife like a servant and lie to your parents to get money out of them. And everybody knows that you don't really do any work at the office. All you do is walk around making sure everybody knows you're the CEO's son. So your dad said he can't leave the future of his company up to someone none of the employees trust. You gave him a great excuse to hand the company over to your brother. So which one of us was really neglecting their duties?
No, this can't be true. I was always supposed to be the next CEO.
He said any son who ruins his chances of spending time with his grandchildren is no son at all. He was really upset about the whole situation. Your dad did so much more than you for me and the kids. There's just no comparison. I can see that he really cares about us. And he even apologized to me.
Courtney, I'm so sorry. That girl I was cheating with is married too. We were just playing around. I promise we'll break up.
It's too late for that now. Sure, finding out you've been cheating on me gave me the last little nudge I needed, like I said earlier. But I've been thinking about divorcing you for a really long time now.
No, don't say that. Why would you want to divorce me? If you divorce me and my dad cuts me off, what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to make it on my own?
Do you ever think about anyone besides yourself? Look, I'm on doctor's orders to take it easy for a while after giving birth. I'll leave things up to my lawyer for now. You'll be hearing from them soon.
Your lawyer?
Yeah, my friend's husband is a lawyer. He's going to be in touch with you. He has his own firm and is really successful, so I don't think this is going to go well for you.
Wait a minute. Before you go and get a lawyer involved, let's talk this over as husband and wife. Can't we do that? You just gave birth to twins. What are you going to do? I'm your only source of income. How will you get by without me?
I'm going back to my old job, so I'll be fine. Don't worry about me. Remember when I went to my friend's wedding a few months ago? The one you didn't want to go to?
Yeah, you said you used to work with her.
That's the one. We were co-workers for a long time. I always loved working with her. She's the CEO of the company I used to work at. Didn't I mention that?
The CEO?
Yeah. I started working there right when she first started the company. Once I told her what was going on with me, she said she'd set things up so that I can work from home. She also told me they have a daycare center in the office now, so I can use it whenever I do come into the office. She's really excited about me coming back to work with her again. Since she's making it so easy for me to come back, I'm definitely taking her up on her offer. Plus, I'll be getting alimony and child support payments from you on top of whatever I earn. I'll have no problem at all living a pretty comfortable life.
No way.
Well, I'm pretty sure there is a way. Like I said, my friend's husband is an excellent lawyer. He's going to make sure that he gets as much as he possibly can from you for me.
But I might get fired from my job. How am I supposed to pay for all that?
Sorry to go. It's time for me to feed the twins, so I'm turning off my notifications.
Wait, Courtney! No! How can you just leave me all alone like this? Are you really going to do this to me? Courtney! I promise I'll help out around the house from now on. Please, just come back to me. I'm begging you!
Of course, I divorced that awful husband of mine. My lawyer made sure to get me plenty of alimony and child support payments. I also sued the other woman for causing me emotional distress. In the end, my former father-in-law decided he couldn't bring himself to fire his own son, but he did demote both him and that girl he was cheating on me with. Part of the reason my ex's dad didn't fire him is that he wanted to make sure his son could keep paying me what he owed me. He made sure that his loser son has a strict boss who's always on him about every little thing. So he has to actually do work now. There's no way my ex will ever find success in life now. Everyone at the company knows he's the CEO's son, too. So it's going to be pretty humiliating for him to work the rest of his life as a low-level employee, even though he's the boss's son. But that's the life he made for himself. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and let us know what you thought in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this and press the bell for notifications.
Hey, are you still not here yet? Where are you, Meg? Do you even know what day it is? I told you not to be late.
Oh, please, of course I haven't forgotten. This is my son's wedding we're talking about. You think I was born yesterday?
All right, as long as you haven't forgotten. Everyone's already arrived at the church. Where are you? You're not going to be late, are you? Come on, Meg, you promised.
I'm on my way there now. Just relax. Talk about uptight. Anyway, see you later.
Well, hurry up. I don't know where you've been, but everyone has been looking for you. Hello, Meg. The ceremony is starting in a few minutes. Why aren't you here yet?
Well, actually, I arrived an hour ago. I left right away, though.
What? Are you serious? I don't see you anywhere. What is going on? The ceremony has already started. Why are you so late? Did something happen?
Why, as a matter of fact, something did happen, and I think you should be congratulating me. I took the wedding presents from the lobby, by the way. I'm going to sell them for cash.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
Don't play dumb. I mean exactly what I said. All these years I've been running around, taking care of everyone. I think you can allow me this one thing as compensation, right? No, in fact, you owe it to me.
Where is all of this coming from? I have no idea what you're talking about. What does that have to do with stealing Gavin and Lucia's wedding presents? Why? And what exactly am I supposed to be congratulating you on anyway?
On my newfound happiness, of course. And yeah, I took the wedding presents. Like I said, you owe me compensation.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Compensation? You came to steal the wedding present without showing your face at the ceremony? Is that what you're telling me? Why would you do a thing like that?
Jeff, I finally met someone special. Someone who understands me. So I'm going to be together with him from now on, okay? Aren't you happy for me? I've had to put up with the likes of you for years and years on end. But now I'll be free. So yeah, I'll be taking the wedding presents as compensation for everything I went through.
What do you mean? What did Gavin ever do to you?
He stole my life. Well, technically you're responsible for that, but sins of the father, you know.
Hold on a minute. I have no idea what is going on right now. Explain properly.
I've left the divorce papers at home on the table in the living room. Just so you know, I won't be coming back. You'll have to live on your own now.
Are you nuts? On the day of your son's wedding ceremony, you steal the wedding gifts and elope with some guy? Even for you, that's crazy.
Well, now that you mention it, I guess you could call it eloping. I'll finally be happy now.
And what do you mean by saying I stole your life? Just what am I supposed to have done to you? I've always done my best to take care of you two. You sure have some nerve saying that after all that's happened. If anything, you should be the one paying me.
Well, whatever could you mean by that? You say the darndest things sometimes. Anyway, I must be off. Places to go, things to see. Bye now. Oh, by the way, say congratulations to Gavin for me. And tell him thanks for the wedding presents. Well then, adios.
Have you lost your mind? What are you thinking, woman? Today is your son's wedding ceremony. Meg, are you still there? Hey, Dad, are you busy right now? Can you call me for a minute? I'm a little busy with work right now. Is everything okay? I have something I want to talk to you about. I need some business advice. Huh? You want to talk to me about business advice? I didn't see that coming. What's up? How can I help? Well, it's a little hard for me to explain. I don't really know where to start. You know how I opened the new business last month? I thought I might need your help to make sure the whole thing stays on course, you know. Really? Well, what can I do? If there's anything I can help with, I'd be happy to do it. What exactly do you need me to do? Would you consider quitting your current job and coming to work with me? Wait, you want me to quit my job? A little sudden, don't you think? I've worked at this place for over a decade now. Yeah, sorry, I know it's really out of the blue, but I really need your support right now. I won't force you if you don't want to, though. I'll probably have to move overseas soon. Would you come with me? Wait, you're going overseas? Since when? Back up and explain from the beginning. Well, ever since Mom up and disappeared, things have gotten a lot easier around here, don't you think? And Lucia loves you like she loves her own father. She'd definitely welcome you to come along with us, if you were interested. We could really use your support. Would you please think about it? I mean, I'm flattered, but I'm just not really sure why. You seem to be doing well yourself. I'm not sure there's much I can help with. Well, you probably don't like being in that house anymore, do you? Especially living all by yourself now. The other week when we had a drink together, you said the place feels like it's haunted by all that bad energy, right? Did I? I don't remember saying that. Sorry if I alarmed you. Anyway, I don't really understand where all of this is coming from. I'll call you later and you can explain it to me in detail. Actually, do you mind if I stop by the house and see you in person on my way back home from work? I think it's better if we talk about this in person. No problem. Let me know when you're done for the day.
Hi, Jeff. How are you doing these days? Life treating you well?
Sorry, who is this?
Oh, come on. Don't be like that. Gavin said the exact same thing. You two are so similar.
Oh, it's you, Meg. What do you want?
Wow, talk about a frosty reception. You really are just like our son. I see where he gets it from. You didn't forget all about me, did you? I really doubt you've already moved on.
No, sadly I didn't forget. Wish I could, though, same as Gavin. So, what could the world's worst mom, who stole her own son's wedding present and eloped with some random guy, possibly want with me, I wonder?
Oh, Jeff, you don't have to say it like that.
I'm just stating the truth. Now would you please hurry up and just tell me what you want before I lose my temper? I'm pretty busy, you see.
Wow, you're in a bad mood, I see. You could be a little friendlier. After all, I was thinking about making a compromise with you. So, let's get along, okay?
Excuse me? What compromise? What do you think I could possibly want from you?
You don't get it yet. I'll just say it straight. I'm willing to remarry you. Aren't you happy? I mean, you practically begged me not to divorce you in the first place.
I don't remember ever saying that.
Why don't we all live together again as husband and wife? I asked Gavin if he wanted to come back and live with us, but you know how it is when they grow up. Seems like he'd rather live with his wife than with his mother, but he'll change his mind, I'm sure. Anyway, can I come and live with you? You'll support me financially, right?
Look, I have no idea what you're on about, but I don't suppose this has anything to do with the success of Gavin's business. Did you see it on the news or something?
Yeah, something like that. I'm so proud of him for succeeding at his dreams. I always knew he could do it. So I've decided that we should all live together again, like a big, happy family. Gavin can bring his wife, too. You'll convince him for me, won't you?
Huh? Don't just decide for yourself. Have you ever stopped to think if any of us would actually want that?
I thought you might say something like that. But I'm already in front of the house with all my belongings. The lights are out, though. Are you not home tonight? Working hard as ever, I see. And the front door is locked, so I can't let myself in. Would you be a sweetheart and come and open the door pronto?
What? Don't tell me you're at the old house right now.
What do you mean, old house? This house is the nest of our love. We have so many memories here.
I see you haven't changed one bit since the last time we talked. You do whatever you want and only think about your own needs, as per usual.
Oh, Jeff, you're so stubborn. And here I am willing to make all these compromises for you. Look, I'm really sorry for disappearing on Gavin's wedding day. It wasn't the right thing to do. But that was 5 years ago. You need to let it go. And anyway, I've changed my ways since then. So let's all be together again as a family, okay? I know you want that as much as I do.
We're all living in Paris now. We sold the house, so none of us even live there anymore.
Wait, what? Paris? What do you mean Paris?
It's the capital of France.
I know that much. I wasn't born yesterday. But why are you living there of all places? It's on the other side of the world. Explain yourself, Jeff.
I told you, we're all living in Paris now. Gavin, Lucia, and me. You're no longer part of this family. So it's none of your business, actually.
No, but wait a minute. Why on earth did you decide to go and live in Paris? How did this come about? You never mentioned anything about it to me. How come you moved overseas without saying anything?
Why would I say anything to you? We're divorced, and like I said, you're no longer a part of this family. What we want to do with our lives now has nothing to do with you.
But we're a family? Don't you care?
We were a family, but that was a long time ago. No one thinks of you like that anymore. You're the one who left us, remember? So we have no reason to contact you. Now you're just a stranger to us. I have no idea why you even bothered contacting me in the first place.
So hold on, wait a minute. You're not even in America anymore. But I brought all my stuff with me. What am I supposed to do now? How am I supposed to get to Paris? I was planning to live here from now on. Where am I going to go?
You were? Are you serious? Come on, Meg. You yourself said that you would never return to that house, just 5 years ago. So why the hell did you even bother? Anyway, even if someone was home, they wouldn't have let you in even if you begged. You're not welcome anymore, see?
Unbelievable. This is just unbelievable. Do you have any idea how much all of this has inconvenienced me? I'm in huge trouble. What do I do now? I can't afford a hotel and I have nowhere else I can go. I'm standing in the middle of the road with all of my possessions.
I don't know, Meg. Figure it out yourself, would you? You disappeared off 5 years ago to presumably do whatever you want. Why don't you try your little vanishing trick again?
I didn't just do whatever I wanted, Jeff. How dare you? Don't talk about it like you know what's been happening. I'll have you know, I've been through a lot these past 5 years.
Save it, Meg. I don't want to hear about your problems. You brought them on yourself and you know it. You just up and left with Gavin and Lucia's wedding presents 5 years ago. You didn't even bother to stay and watch the ceremony. You really think he'd accept you back into his life as his mother so easily? Come on. You know I didn't raise him to be a pushover. And to be honest, I want nothing to do with my scummy ex-wife either.
I've had it worse than either of you, for your information. I mean, I wasn't really planning to leave you both in that way, but I had so much going on, you know? I just got a little carried away, that's all. I was so excited to start my new life, and we needed the money. Sure, you could say I acted irrationally, but no one's perfect.
Well, it's not like I couldn't figure out that the type of guy who would force a woman to steal money for him so he can elope with her would turn out to be no good in the end. Anyone could see it. Anyone except for you. But maybe you were the perfect match for him after all.
How dare you say that to me? We were supposed to start a new life together, but he ran away with the money and left me with his debt, you know? It's been a terrible experience.
Back when we were married, you were taking out money from my bank account to give to him, right?
Wait, you knew about that? No way, how did you find out?
How could I not know? You thought I hadn't found out? I'm not as stupid as you think, Meg. I'd been thinking that I wanted to discuss getting a proper divorce with you after they got married anyway, but I never could have anticipated that you would pull such a stunt.
But I had no choice. Jeff, you have to understand. I wasn't bearing a grudge against you or anything. I just needed the money or I wouldn't have been able to start my new life. What was I supposed to do?
It wasn't just that one time. Even now, 5 years later, you're trying to use Gavin for your own financial gain, aren't you?
Use him? How dare you? I could never do that. He's my son.
Well, how else could you phrase it? As soon as you heard about his successful business, you tried to make contact with us so you could get access to his money. Once you started cheating on me, you were already the lowest of the low when it came to being a wife. But then you went and betrayed Gavin. Congratulations, you're also the worst mother in the world.
How could you be so mean to me? Think about my situation. I've got nowhere to go now. Help me out a little, will you? You have to do something. We used to love each other, didn't we?
It's been so long since then that I don't even remember. And by the way, how can you go begging to Gavin, of all people, saying that you want to live with him again, after everything that you've done to him? Don't you have any shame? He was repelled by it, just so you know. He said you weren't his mother anymore.
What? He said that? I raised that boy. How could he think that about me? Why is he being so ungrateful?
You weren't even home most of the time, and you left the house in a filthy state. You haven't done anything motherly for him in the last 10 years. Not to mention, you stole his wedding presents. I had to apologize to Lucia's parents on your behalf, you know? Everyone was mortified that you would cause such an incident.
Huh? What do you mean? Why would you have to apologize?
You really have no common sense at all, do you? Gavin and I have both had it up to here with you causing us trouble. We've been rid of you for years now, so could you please ensure that it stays that way?
So you're all in Paris now, right? How do I go there? Will you book a plane ticket for me?
For God's sake, how many more times do I have to say it? You are no longer part of the family. Why on earth would we want to pay for your ticket? None of us ever want to see you again if we can help it.
How could you? The three of you swanning around Paris without a word to me about it. I want to live in luxury too.
There it is, the real motive. Just like I suspected. You're having money troubles, so you decided to have us save you. Well, sorry, but we don't want anything to do with it. We've both had enough of you for a lifetime.
At least send me some money for the time being. I'll pay you back eventually. You guys are rich, aren't you? I saw it in the news. I'm his mother, so I have a right to that money too.
No, you're not his mother.
Excuse me.
Don't forget, you're the one who abandoned us. The three of us are getting by just fine without you. Please don't try to contact us ever again. Anyway, I'll be blocking your account. Goodbye forever, my lowlife ex-wife. After that, Jeff blocked his ex-wife from contacting him any further. She tried in vain to message him, crying and begging, but he never saw any of it. She gave up on Jeff and tried to message her son Gavin, but all he said was, "You're not my mother anymore." And with those words, he blocked her too. Without anyone to rely on or anywhere to go, she was left completely at a loss for what to do. Meg, who always lived selfishly and done whatever she wanted, would now have to rely on herself to survive. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video and want to see more like it, click the like button below and subscribe.
Keith, you're gonna take Amy out to play tomorrow like you promised, right? You haven't forgotten, right? You said you would.
Yeah, of course I remember. Don't worry. I've told you before you don't have to constantly check on me for every little thing.
Yeah, but if I don't remind you of every little thing, you end up conveniently forgetting. How many times has it been now that you've canceled out of the blue on her?
Don't be so dramatic. It hasn't been that many times. You need to learn to relax.
I think we both know you've blown her off more times than you've actually kept your word. And make sure to spend time with her too. Don't just take her somewhere and ignore her. As her dad, don't you feel bad not showing her any attention? You need to make more of an effort.
There you go, being melodramatic again. I do spend time with her. Don't I take her to the park and stuff on my days off?
Oh yeah? You definitely take her places, but that's all. You just leave the poor girl to go off and play by herself. I shouldn't even have to spell it out, but that's not what giving someone attention means. Every time she comes home after spending the day with you, she looks so disappointed, sobbing about how Daddy wouldn't play with her.
There's no way that's true. She's just exaggerating because I don't spend literally every second as her playmate.
She told me you don't play with her at all, that all you do is stare at your phone the whole time. I bet you're just playing games or scrolling social media or something the whole time, aren't you? When you take her tomorrow, keep your phone in your pocket, your eyes on your daughter, and actually play with her.
Like I said, I do play with her. From the time we leave the house until the time we get back, my attention is on her. It's just that she constantly bugs and begs to do this and that, and nothing I do satisfies her. If you ask me, the problem is that she's way too spoiled.
I know our daughter, and she wouldn't be saying those things if you were actually playing with her like you say you do.
She thinks glancing at my phone for a sec means I'm ignoring her. You're the one who always treats her like a little princess, so I end up looking like the bad guy for just being a normal parent.
Oh no, don't try to pin this on me. You're the one who's always spoiling her, probably just so you don't have to actually parent her. I don't know if it's because your family treated you like a little king, being the youngest and the only boy in the family, but you have a major selfish side. Not that you'd notice. You'd rather die than even consider the fact that maybe you're in the wrong.
Yeah, and you act just like my older sisters. I swear it's like you live to nag me and you'd rather worry about stupid little things than just relaxing once in a while.
Amy is an only child, so we, her parents, have to be her playmates. It's not enough to just drop her in the sandbox. On top of that, she's been looking forward to her father-daughter day all week long. So don't you even think of canceling on her again. You're gonna do it right for once.
I said I got it. This is what I meant with the nagging. Jeez, you could teach a broken record a thing or two.
If you really hate me telling you so many times, how about showing me you can do it without being told? I guess I should have learned by now not to expect too much, though. You're all talk and no action.
What did you say?
You heard me. When it comes to Amy, all you do is complain about how I do things, but you won't lift a finger to do anything yourself. Would it kill you to try acting like a father once in a while? You're so out of the picture you probably don't even know how to be one at this point.
Please, I think I can handle keeping a kid entertained for the afternoon. Anyway, I got the message already, so just leave it alone. We're gonna have a nice outing together, I promise.
Hey Keith, what the hell do you think you're doing? Answer the phone now. Don't you dare think you're getting away with this. How many times are you gonna make me call? Don't make me come to you.
What the hell's going on? What's with all the calls? Why are you blowing up my phone? I'm trying to play with our daughter. After flipping out on me like that to spend more time with her, are you trying to ruin our time together now or something?
Oh no, don't even try it. I know it's not our daughter you're playing with.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Did you hit your head or something?
I know you're in that hotel. Get out now. I know exactly what's going on. You're caught. It's over.
I honestly have no idea what you're talking about.
There's no point lying, Keith. I know you're in there.
Okay, you have officially gone insane. How could I be in some hotel when I'm out playing with our daughter?
Oh my God. You are beyond unbelievable. Are you not realizing how over it is, or do you really think I'm that stupid?
How many times are you going to make me say it? I have no idea what you're talking about. What hotel are you even talking about? All that's here are swings and a slide. I'm sorry, but you're making no sense.
You're the one not making any sense. I heard it straight from Amy's mouth. Honestly, if I hadn't, I'd never believe anyone could do something so terrible.
Huh? You lost me. What do you mean directly from Amy's mouth? She's right here with me, where she's been the whole day. We've been happily playing together like you told me to, all day long.
That is a lie and you know it. I know you know it's a lie because she's right here with me. In the damn hospital, Keith.
In the hospital? What are you talking about?
Yeah. Just imagine my surprise when I suddenly got a call from the hospital saying my daughter was taken there in an ambulance. Of course, how could you know that your precious daughter was rushed to the hospital? Since you've been playing a different kind of game in a hotel the whole time.
Wait, back up. You're seriously in the hospital right now. Why was she taken to the hospital? What happened?
Someone found her passed out on the street. She was suffering from heat stroke.
Heat stroke? How did she get a heat stroke?
You know how. You're the one who made her wait in the car, right? All alone in this blistering heat? People don't even do that to their dogs. Seriously, what the hell is wrong with you?
That can't be. I swear, I made sure to leave the window open.
There is a limit to how dumb a person can be, Keith. Are you really so stupid you think cracking a window is going to save someone from this heat? Amy couldn't handle it anymore and managed to crawl out through the window herself somehow. Luckily, it seems she has a better head on her shoulders than you do.
You're saying she managed to get out through that small crack?
Yeah, thank God she's a little thing and was able to wiggle out. I don't think I have to tell you what would have happened if she didn't. But even though she managed to get out on her own, I shudder to think what would have happened if someone didn't find her passed out and have the good sense to call an ambulance. They took her to the nearest hospital and gave her emergency care.
Oh my God, but she's okay now, right?
According to the doctor, she'd already regained consciousness by the time I was rushing to the hospital. I'm with her now and she's up and speaking. Not that it makes things okay.
Oh, thank God. I still can't believe that it was that hot out. Still, I don't know how they managed to get in touch with you. Amy doesn't know your number, right?
You know how she's always had allergies ever since she was little. Well, as a responsible parent, I always make sure that she carries a little notepad with contact information.
Like an address book? You mean the one she uses in kindergarten?
No, I made sure to make her a separate one from her kindergarten one with more detailed information. I cannot believe you've never noticed until now.
How on earth am I supposed to know something like that?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe because I've told you a million times now. Not that it's anything new. You never listen to anything I tell you. I wrote down all the things she has a reaction to as well as emergency contacts. You know, just so they can save our daughter's life in case of an emergency.
Wow, I gotta admit it. You really have a handle on everything, don't you? I still kind of feel like it's borderline neurotic, but...
Maybe, but it's thanks to that part of me that I knew where our daughter was. Maybe if you were a bit more neurotic, our daughter's life wouldn't have been in danger.
All right already, I get it. Anyway, Amy's fine now, right?
Well, the doctor said she's fine now, but she keeps saying the strangest thing.
Strangest thing? What's she saying?
She keeps pointing out the window, saying Daddy went into the castle. You know the one, right? That castle-themed hotel on the outskirts of town. Oh, but you and I know that's not just any hotel, is it? We can see it clear as day from the hospital room window. Hell of a thing to look at while in a hospital bed. That's how I knew where you were. Let's be honest. We both know there's only one reason people go to that hotel, or motel rather. I don't know who she is, but you're with another woman right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you caught me. Well done, congratulations. But let's get real here for a second. It's not like you're in any position to be telling me off.
Wow, do you hear yourself right now? You talk really big for a person caught cheating red-handed. Before we continue, you maybe want to try to throw out a few apologies first?
Like I said, I'm not the only one who's in the wrong here. You two are the whole reason I'm here to begin with. You've completely given up on yourself as a woman, and our daughter is a spoiled little brat. How do you expect me not to shop around once in a while when there's nothing at home for me?
Are you serious right now? Are you seriously trying to turn this thing around on me? Like I put a gun to your head and forced you into adultery?
Come on, everyone knows that if a husband's cheating, it's because the wife drove him to it. The wife actually has to put in some effort to keep the man in the house. If she's doing what she's supposed to do, he isn't going to go astray. Simple as that.
You're impossible. Fine, let's put the cheating aside for a second. The thing that I'm really pissed about is what you did to our daughter. You do realize that if anything went wrong, she could have died, right? Has that gotten through your thick skull? You are a total failure as a father. Do you not even care about your own flesh and blood?
Here comes the drama again. Everything ended up fine, didn't it? Like they say, no harm, no foul. You need to calm down.
Oh my God. Please tell me you're not trying to justify almost killing your daughter. Even though she's fine now, I really hope you don't think that means you're in the clear. She even said you tried to bribe her with bucket loads of candy.
Now hold on a sec. Amy agreed to wait in the car. If we're playing the name game, I'm not the only one at fault here.
Well, she's saying she was just too afraid of you to refuse. You told her to stay in the car, and the poor girl was too afraid to say anything. She said you even threatened her not to tell.
Here comes the exaggerations again. I'd never threaten her. I knew she was a little liar, just like I said. She's just a pain in the ass, just like her mom.
After everything you put that girl through, you have the nerve to say those kinds of things about her? About your own daughter? Seriously, what is wrong with you?
Whatever. If she's fine, just check out and take her home already. Sitting in the hospital is just gonna burn up money. I'm not paying a fortune for an ice pack and a juice box.
Are you trying to say you're not coming to the hospital?
Go to the hospital for what? The doctor said she's fine already, right? I'm not taking you guys home if that's what you're thinking. You got there yourself, go back by yourselves.
Silver lining to everything, it's the weekend and I was able to make some calls. It was a bit sudden, but it looks like everyone is going to manage to come. Oh, so you're just going to leave me on red? That makes this even better. All your sisters are making a beeline straight for the hotel as we speak. Good luck with that.
What? Why? My sisters are coming here? You're lying.
Oh, that was fast. Looks like I struck the right nerve.
Are you being serious right now? You can't be.
Yup, dead serious. All 4 of your big sisters are heading over there right now. I always thought it was strange. Even though everyone lives close by, you haven't seen everyone for a while, right? Whenever anyone talks about meeting up, you always seem to have an excuse. Are the big mean sisters really that scary?
You really called them? This is for real?
Of course I did. Geez, you're really panicking, huh? Don't worry. I made sure to let them know about every little detail about today.
This is a delicate problem between you and me, just us. How can you go and drag other people into it? You don't even talk to my sisters usually. Why today of all days do you feel the need to involve them?
Well, you didn't leave me much of a choice, did you? After all, what else can I do when dealing with such a huge pile of human filth? Whatever. I say you just try to gaslight me. You honestly believe you're the victim here? So, I thought I should just unleash your sisters on you and enjoy the show.
Do you have any idea what they're gonna do to me?
Oh, and they are furious. They weren't even making sense towards the end of the conversation. I mean, that should go without saying, all considering. You cheated on me while risking your daughter's life, and then when you got caught, you blamed me and her. I don't know what they think of me, but their poor little niece. When they're done with you, there won't be enough left to identify the body.
Of all people, why them? You could have called anyone else.
Because I didn't think your parents had it in them to properly teach you a lesson. You're the baby boy in a 5-child household. Your parents love you to pieces. You could do no wrong in their eyes. But your sisters are another story, aren't they? I bet you don't even have it in you to go up against them, do you?
Those girls are monsters. They've done nothing but terrorize me my whole life. You're laughing because you have no idea what they're capable of. Every day was a living hell with those 4.
Oh, don't be so mean. Those monsters are gathering up on their day off just to come see you, their beloved little brother. I have to say, though, it's a weight off my shoulders. It's nice to be able to leave the pest control to the professionals. Oh, it seems like the closest sister is just about to arrive. This is going to be good. I should make some popcorn.
Already? Oh, wait, I'm not ready. No, seriously, I'm not joking. This is bad.
You had your chance to avoid all this back at the hospital. You tied your own noose, so don't look for sympathy from me.
Call them off now. Tell them everything's fine. Make them go home.
Too late. They're on their way. If you're really that scared, maybe talk less and run more. You might still be able to escape if you start running. Oh man, I can only imagine what they're gonna do to you when they catch you along with your woman. Did you have a nice time with your sisters? How was their reunion after all these years? I got to see the whole show on FaceTime. I've never seen a man get beaten like that before. Your little tramp was bawling her eyes out. I thought she was going to start hyperventilating.
I would like to offer my deepest apologies for my indiscretions against you and our daughter.
Your sisters really pounded some sense into you, huh? Although it's a little late for apologies, especially forced ones.
I am a failure as a father and a man. I cannot apologize enough for my actions.
I literally laughed out loud when I saw them make you sit like a child on the sidewalk and lecture you. The people on the street must have thought they were filming a TikTok video or something. Anyway, Amy's staying at the hospital tonight, so I might as well make my way over there too. I can't let your sisters have all the fun after all.
Haven't you done enough already? Have a little mercy. I just want to go home and clean up. Please, just let it end already. You got what you wanted. You've had enough fun for today, right?
Looks like they've completely broken your spirit. You were so big and proud earlier. Where'd that attitude go?
That's easy for you to say. You weren't the one getting your face slapped in. I'm telling you, those women don't know the meaning of the word control. That was assault.
They worked you over good. But it seems like they interrogated your partner, too. The girl was crying so hard she could barely keep up with the questioning. Now we have all her information. We got her name, address, cell number, oh, and where she works, of course.
Oh, you did?
Uh-huh. Looks like she's your coworker, huh?
We work at the same company, yeah.
One more thing in common. Seems like she's also married. What was the plan, Keith? Were the two of you planning on ditching your families, running away together, starting anew in a far-off place?
No way. It wasn't anything like that. Well, I mean, at least she probably wasn't thinking of it that way. It was just, two people having some fun. Everyone does it.
Well, she was even so kind as to provide her house phone number, too. I just called and had an interesting conversation with her husband.
Whose husband?
Hers, you moron. Keep up.
You called her husband? Just now?
Yeah, told him the whole thing. Every last juicy detail. I must say, he sounded extremely pissed. Not that anyone could blame him. Seems like he's going to sue you, too. So you might want to get ready for that.
Sue me? Why are you laughing? This is no joke. This is going to cost tens of thousands of dollars. I just bought a car. I don't have any money. No, this can't be happening.
I don't know. It's pretty darn funny to me. You have to try looking at things from my perspective to see the humor. For one, it's not like I'm paying for anything. That's on you. Oh, and I'm divorcing you, so nothing's going to happen to me. By the way, I will also be suing the both of you. Just giving you a heads up.
Wait, there's no way I can handle 2 lawsuits. You have to cut me some slack. Seriously, we can come to some kind of terms, right?
What's the big deal? I'm sure you'll be just fine. Now that you two lovebirds are free to support one another, you two should just get married. Then you both work to pay it off together.
I told you it's not like that. She has no intention of marrying me.
Well, I guess you're on your own then. You reap what you sow. And I do mean you're on your own. Don't expect any help from your family. Your sisters made sure that your parents aren't going to be saving you.
What? That's going way too far. Do those women want to see their little brother out on the street? Are you saying that my parents are really gonna abandon me over this?
They said something along the lines of, we'll make sure the very thought of doing anything like this ever again will not even enter his pea brain. They may be family, but it looks like they have no problem taking out the trash. Gotta say, I like their style.
You've got to be kidding me. Monster isn't even the word. They're demons. They even turned mom and dad against me. Fine, I get it. I'll pay the money for the cheating, I swear. But please don't escalate this anymore. If the company finds out about this, I really will be out on the streets. At least leave me my job.
I'm sure things at the office will get pretty awkward if everyone knew what cheating trash you were. With a coworker, no less. The woman of the office would treat you like the cockroach you are.
Please, anything but that. Everyone at the office knows me as a serious, hard-working guy. It's how I got the higher-ups to like me. I can't let that image get destroyed.
Do you not have a decent bone in your entire body? Is lying really that ingrained into every fiber of your being? God, I would love to show them the real you.
Knock it off. Putting on a persona is part of being an adult. We all do it. If the guys at work find out, I'd never be able to show my face again. I'm already dying from shame after that public execution you got my sisters to do.
Honestly, dying of shame would be too good a death for you. You should spend the rest of your days wallowing in humiliation.
God, if I had just taken Amy to the stupid park like I was supposed to, why couldn't I have just ignored that damn woman? At the very least, why didn't I go to a proper hotel? That stupid castle. If I had just gone to a normal place, I may have been able to come up with an excuse.
I feel like I should point out how you're completely missing the point of everything, but I'm not surprised at this point. Oh, but you have to hear this. Amy just asked me, "Is Daddy a prince?" I couldn't stop laughing.
A prince? What the hell is she talking about?
You went into a castle-themed motel, genius. Amy tried connecting the dots. She said, "Did Daddy go to meet the princess?" I've never heard of a prince getting beaten bloody in front of the castle by a group of women, though. After that, Keith was forced to pay a king's ransom to me and his lover's husband in reparations. As for her, it seems like the husband didn't divorce her, but shortly after she ended up quitting the company. Somehow her coworkers found out about the vile scandal, and her only escape was leaving the company. As you can imagine, it wasn't long after that the rumors spread throughout the rest of the company. From what I hear, Keith stayed on at the company, but as he'd feared, his whole existence there is the pinnacle of awkwardness. As for me, I'm living quietly with my daughter, Amy. It's just the two of us. I got a nice payout from Keith and his lover for the infidelity, and he's of course paying child support. Thanks to the diligence of his loving sisters, there were no issues with the payments. I'm putting the money